Hi, this is Dino Cazares from Fear Factory, and you're listening to Collision on Voice FM.
Hi, Dino.
Hello.
This is Cat from Voice FM.
Cat, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
You guys, of course, you headed out to Australia for your RegeneraTour. I can't say that.
RegeneraTour.
RegeneraTour. Okay, that's the one. But I was actually thinking about, like, Fear Factory. A lot of the bands from your generation have that one track that you can, always hook to them. But Fear Factory, you seem to have avoided having just that one track that people link you to.
Well, thank you. I feel that we've had a lot of great classic, songs and albums. But, if you want to talk about particular songs, Replica is one of our biggest songs. Lynchpin is a very big song, and the list goes on.
But that's it. You've got a list of them. You don't just have that one. And the thing is that you still are making albums that have songs that are just as good as the ones, maybe even better than some of your older tracks.
Well, thank you very much. I would like to think that. Yeah, sure. But everybody has a certain song or a certain album they really love. And I believe that one of the fan favorites is the album Demanufactured. And plus we have, Obsolete, of course, is a great album. And the list goes on. But, we try to concentrate on all those songs and try to play pretty much the best of Fear Factory live.
Yeah, and you've been to Australia enough times to know which are the favourite tracks here.
Yes, but, we try to do as many as we can within the time slot that we're giving. We have been there quite a many times. We've been going there since 1993, since our first album, and we've been going pretty much every record, at least once or twice for every record.
Yeah, and when you think back that you've been coming to Australia since 1993, is that something that, when you were a kid that you really wanted to do, or is that something that you're amazed that you get the opportunity to do?
Both. We're definitely amazed and thankful and grateful that we get to travel the world and experience new things and play in front of new fans, in front of faces that we've never seen before, and, going to countries that we've never been before. That's something that, we love. That's something that, we dream of or we dreamt of when we were, first starting Fear Factory. We wanted to go all over the world. What would it be like if we went to Germany? What would it be like if we went to England? What would it be like if we went to Australia or New Zealand? What about China and Russia and all these countries? You dream about going to go play in front of them. And we've done it. And we continue to do it, and we love it.
Yeah. And then can I ask then, if you go to all these places for work, where do you go for a holiday?
Good question. For holiday, good question. For me, a holiday is being at home, working on my yard.
That's good.
Holiday to me is not traveling.
You spend your whole life traveling. That's really good that you've got your sanctuary at home. Can I ask then, you said you working in your garden. Is there other things that Dino does that people might not be aware of behind the music?
I didn't necessarily say garden. I said yard.
Oh, sorry.
Yard.
I had to Australianise
cutting the weeds. Yeah. Garden, mate. Garden. Trimming the bush, mate.
Yeah. Are there any other creative pursuits or anything that you do other than music?
It's creative in a different way, but yeah, I like to race cars, but they're small cars. They're called remote control cars.
Yeah.
Kind of like what everybody is doing, with the drones and flying drones in the air. I work on RC cars.
Right.
I like to have some normalcy when I get home. I like to do certain things. My wife loves to snowboard. I love, going up to the mountain, hanging out while she snowboards. I don't snowboard myself. I'm afraid of getting hurt. But my wife loves to snowboard. And, we like to have just a normal life. We have a dog, we have a yard. So I like to work on normal things.
Yeah, and no breaking any arms because you're too busy touring.
No arms, no fingers, no wrists, no elbows, definitely not. One of the main things we like to do when we get home is we like to cook for friends. My wife really likes to cook. We like to host, friends coming over, having food, watching a movie with friends, or just bullshitting and talking. having drinks in our home and inviting people to come over, and that's something that we really like. You know what I mean? We don't necessarily need to go out to every bar or every club or every show. You know, we like staying home and visiting with family, spending time with family, spending time with our friends. That's something that's really important to us, and you know, we like doing that.
Yeah. Can I ask what made you start playing guitar? Like, was there someone in your family that was a musician, or?
Yeah, well, I had a sister that played horn. My dad liked to fiddle around with a guitar playing Mexican mariachi music.
Yep.
I believe my brother might have played drums in the marching band. You know, so it was a little bit music driven, but it was mainly more sports driven. But I, you know, fell in love when I was a kid, like 9, 10 years old, you know, listening to music, especially stuff that was heavy. You know, of course, Black Sabbath and AC/DC and all the first heavy bands that came out back in the 70s. And that's really what I got into and what inspired me to want to play heavy music and play guitar. You know, after I saw Angus Young from AC/DC on TV playing live, I was like, wow, that guy's cool. So I wanted to be like that. And so, you know, I got my first acoustic guitar, and I got my electric guitar when I was like 14 or 15. I got my first electric guitar, and I was like, yeah, I'm on my way. And then by the time I was 18, I was living in Los Angeles and, you know, getting ready to play in bands, getting ready to play heavy metal music.
Awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, you know, my story wasn't anything that was extremely, you know, difficult. There was some, you know, tough moments there. You know, when I first moved to LA, I was living with my sister, but I didn't want to stay there very much, and I was kind of homeless for a while, for about 6 months, living on the streets with a guitar and my bag, you know, for a few months until I was able to get on my feet. You know, it's kind of like a similar story that you might have heard from other people, but, you know, it's something that we all kind of go through. We got to suffer for our art. And, but ever since, you know, and after that, just was, you know, met a lot of people who are in the music industry. Of course, LA is one of the hotbeds for musicians and music and record companies and so on. So I basically pretty much landed in the right place.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, and just met the right musicians, and you know, started playing bands.
You were led there because that was what you had to do, obviously.
Yes.
We will talk about now I've got to try and say it again. The RegeneraTour. What's your favourite song to actually play live off of that album? One of the big songs off the record is called Regenerate. So that's why we wanted to do a play on words, RegeneraTour. You know, it kind of sounds cool. Yeah. But I think one of the big songs to play off that record is Genexus. Is probably the song is I would have to say Soul Hacker and Dielectric are two really big songs from that album. Yeah, and they were actually the first singles released, weren't they? Yes. Soul Hacker was the first single. Second one, I believe, was Dielectric. Yeah. Or Protomech. Protomech, I think, was the second one, and then Dielectric. And then can I ask, are you working on another album yet, or are you going to wait until your tours are finished? We're going to wait till our tour is finished. We should be done within September. Yeah, because you're going to Europe after you've had a couple of months off from Australia, aren't you? Well, I wouldn't say we have a couple of months off, no. No. We don't have a couple of months off. Well, you got July off. No. Part of July off, yes. Just because you may not see all the dates on our website doesn't mean that they're not going to be added coming up. We have plans to go into South America. Oh, yeah? Yeah, so we got that. After Australia, we got that. We got Europe. Probably do another U.S. tour at some point and do some Canadian dates. And then hopefully we'll be done sometime in September. Awesome. And I will actually tell people if they want to find out when the new tour dates are popping up, they can go to fearfactory.com. Yes. Facebook.com/Fear Factory as well. If you had to do a talk to your fans that someone else wasn't asking all the questions, what would you want to say to people about Fear Factory? Well, I think Fear Factory is very much a very creative band. I believe that we are, you know, one of the legendary metal bands. I believe that we started
somewhat of a particular style that other bands are influenced by, in particular the vocal style, the melodic vocals with the heavy vocals. And anybody who's checking out Fear Factory for the first time, I would say, start with D Manufacture and work your way up.
Yeah. And Fear Factory are definitely a legendary band, and I'm sorry I got the name wrong because it is an awesome album, and I should give out the tour dates now. You're going to be hitting Australia on the 2nd of June starting in Brisbane, and then the 3rd you'll be in Sydney, the 4th in Melbourne, and then the 7th in Adelaide and the 8th in Fremantle. So you do have a few days off. Is there something you like to do when you're in Australia and you've got a few days off?
Definitely hang out with friends when we're there. That's one of the things I really like doing. But we don't have that many days off at all, really. Maybe
no, you've got 3.
A day or 2 here and there.
Yeah.
3 days off in between, right?
Yeah, in the middle.
But those days off are usually travel days.
well, you're going from Melbourne to Adelaide. That's only 8 hours driving, so it's not too bad.
I have friends in Adelaide, so I'll be kicking it with them.
Yeah, awesome. Imagine that. Sorry, I'm just thinking, imagine saying, oh, yeah, my military's coming over for a visit. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, most of my friends around the world, I see them more in their hometown than they see me in LA.
Yeah. Well, that's good, and I really hope that Fear Factory continue for a long time, and I look forward to seeing what you do come out with on the next album. But first, I look forward to seeing you play live in Australia in June. That'll be awesome. Me. Thank you very much. It has been awesome talking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And I look forward to seeing Fear Factory in Australia, and it is again fearfactory.com. And have a great day.
Thank you very much, man. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.